right, good morning. It's Jarvis, Recycling Color, and I just want to give y'all. I just came down out of the tree over here. Go ahead and get me some arrows shot down out of my saddle, and I wanted to kind of give everybody a rundown on what I'm going to be running for my saddle setup, with my saddle setup. So what I'm hunting out of this year, it's going to be a little bit. Well, it's going to be the same as last year. I do plan on implementing this clip-on. You'll see it in a second, because my boys will be going hunting with me some this year, and so I'll be taking that along with me on some of the hunts. So we'll just kind of go from there. Join in. All right, for starters, let's start off with the bow. I'm running a Matthews Lift 30 Lift X 33 with a Nitrix HHA Nitrix Pro sight. I do run a magnifying glass in there. Nothing crazy. I am running TKO Elite 250 spined arrows. Let's see. Because this is 80-pound bow, 82 to 84 pounds. I hadn't measured it in a while. I think it was like 82 and a half last time I checked it. Shrewd bars with 3 ounces out front, I think 6 in the back, and I do have HLR arrows as well, but these are 200 spined, and they're just a little bit heavier than these. Which this arrow weighs 450 grains. This arrow weighs 459, but these are cut a little bit longer to give any broadhead of choice a little bit of room hanging off the front of the shelf out here. So I like the longer ones for hunting. So that is the bow, 80-pound Lift X, 5-spot Matthews quiver, QAD, MX2 rest, Shrewd bars. That's the bow. Up next, something that's running right now. I don't go anywhere after it gets warm without my thermosil. It is actually running right now. I had it running up in the tree just now, just to keep the critters away from me. I am running 2 stand releases. So this is a clicker, and this is a heavy metal. The clicker will definitely be the backup whenever I'm in the tree. I like this one more whenever I'm shooting distance, range. Airplane. Funny story. I was just recording a lot and I wasn't recording. So let me start over. Let me go back a little bit. So for releases, I run this Stand Onyx heavy metal for my primary. If something was to happen, fall, drop out of the tree, whatever the case may be. I do have a Stand Onyx clicker. I don't like to hunt with this one primarily because that little click. If that deer is 20 yards away, 10 yards away, 15, that little click is enough to make her blow you out of the tree. So this is the secondary in case something happens, this one falls or whatever the case may be. Believe it or not, it has happened to me last year. So those are the releases I run. I'll move right on into my one stick. I run a one stick from Treetop Hunter. You can find them on treetophunter.com. And it is the mobile sniper. Now, I do one stick. I'm 250 pounds any given moment of the day on a 5'9" frame. So if I can do it, just about probably anybody can do it. I am very athletic though, so I will say, you need to be somewhat in shape. But I love one sticking. I've tried the 2-tether method. It wasn't my thing, but I've been up on a set of sticks before. I've never purchased sticks to use, like multiple sets of sticks. This is simple, clips on my backpack, easy to trek in with. Now this is just part of it. So this is what I want to stick up with. It's got an Amsteel 3-step aider on it. So by the time I'm 7 foot high, 7.5 foot high by the time I finally touch the tree. So when I climb up the 8 or boom, 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 I stand on top of this, my feet are already at 7 feet high. Now, after I get to hunting height, this is the actual platform. This platform hangs right here on my saddle as I'm climbing the tree. It just dangles from my saddle. There's nothing back there to make noise for everybody that's thinking it will. And so after I get up in the tree, I clip this on, and for people over 200, they send this wing nut on there, and they say they won't fail, but it's just an extra blanket. And now I have this whole platform, which is, I think, 12 by 14, plus a dovetail. So whenever I'm leaning back, which I'm a sitter most of the time, but whenever I am leaning back, I can just place the the arch of my foot right here, and it keeps all that pressure off of that sharp edge. So this is my one stick, and I absolutely love it. And it is from Treetop Hunter. I'm gonna make sure that's right. I'll put it in the description if I'm incorrect. Treetop Hunter. And I also got my whole rappel kit from Treetop Hunter last year as well. So that's the one stick. That is the Mobile Sniper, SNYPER. My climbing gear. The kit that I received from them came with this 45 foot 3/16 amp steel or 1/4 inch amp steel. This is a pull up rope and a pull down rope. So it's looped on each end, woven loop on each end. So what I did was I tied a slip knot in it and left this hanging. So whenever I run this through the cam of my bow, in fact, so I run this through the cam of my bow. And so there's no chink, chink, ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling. That's why I left that loop there just for that purpose. On the other end, you have to be able to pull down your rappel rope. So on the other end, I just have a simple bull clip from the Walmart. That's what I clip on my rappel rope before I start to descend. So this came in the kit, not the clips, but the rope. Also, the kit came with a safeguard, Mad Rock safeguard. So this is my rappel device and our carabiner. So I am a one stick, like I said. Rappelling down is great. So whenever I purchased my saddle, I also purchased a tether, and I recently got a Rope Man 1, and I use this solely for the purpose of, I mean, if I'm hunting 10 feet off the ground, instead of getting the whole rappel set up out, by the time I'll just use this and just come down. This is enough for me to get 10 to 12 feet off the ground and down safely. This is my lineman's rope. So this is, if I got to go around a branch or anything, I have carabiners for the end, and I just use this. The ropeman makes it really easy to cinch up while I'm trying to do whatever I got to do to keep me safe in the tree. I was a lineman for a utility company for a while, so safety is high, is stamped into me. Let's see what else we got. And then I have a 9mm 35 foot rappel rope with the clip to hold the slack to keep it from dropping down the tree while I'm transitioning and everything else. So it's just a 3D printed little clip. My saddle. This saddle comes from Jerry over at Custom Gear Modification. I called Jerry. I seen him in a group. I seen the brand in a group, and I Googled. For some reason, it hit me and was like, that's the one, because there's so much hunting gear out there. Good God. And there's always some kind of new innovation. And at the end of the day, It's all the same across the board. There may be some quality difference, but don't get caught up in all the latest bull crap. I did that with cycling. I'm a avid cyclist as well, and I did that with cycling. And you know, you spend in cycling, you can spend $10,000 on a bicycle before you realize it, and you're no faster. So there's a few things that make you better at whatever you're doing. Find those few things. Get those few things. Like in cycling, I can tell you that a carbon bike is not going to make you any faster than a higher end aluminum bike, which a higher end aluminum bike is the lower end of a carbon bike. It's not going to make a difference. A wheel set will make a difference. A deeper, lighter wheel set will make a difference. Spin and rotational mass in cycling. So your crank set, your chain, your cassette on the back, all that spinning stuff that you have to spin, that's the only thing that really makes you faster. Aerodynamics, yeah, possibly a little bit, marginal gains. And I'm saying that to say it's the exact same in archery. Listen, this $4,000 worth of setup right here, whatever that thing cost me, I don't know, $4,000, whatever it was, total. It doesn't shoot any better than the Bowtech Revolt X that I bought last year used for $500. It doesn't shoot any better. I mean, it's a total package. I mean, don't get me wrong, but sometimes, I'll be honest, I just like shooting my Bowtechs better. They're definitely more dead in the hand. Definitely, without a doubt, more dead in the hand than this Matthews. So don't get caught up in all the freaking influencers telling you that this is that and this is this. You got to have this, you got to have that. You find what works for you on your budget and go with that. That said, there was so much out there, and I was so confused as a new saddle hunter. And I had no idea where to go, which way to go, no nothing. And something told me, call that company right there. I called. Jerry answered the phone. Very personable. No custom gear modifications. How may I direct your call? No people from overseas. It was the owner of the company, probably sitting in his living room talking to me. And I just never said I wanted to buy anything. I just had questions about the saddles and what to do. Hadn't told me, I don't know where to go, what to do. And he quickly told me, I'm not trying to sell you anything. If you go with this brand, after we talked for a few minutes, told him my size and all this other stuff, he said, okay, well, there's going to be some things that you want to eliminate from getting. And he told me some saddles in each brand that I didn't need to get. The whole time he was winning me over as a customer. Told me some stuff that I didn't need to get. Told me some things that I could look at in each brand. Told me different climbing methods, what he uses, what's easy for new starters, this, that, and the other. And before I hung up the phone with him, I said, you know what? I just want to order from you. Customer service was through the freaking roof. He really won me over because he didn't try to sell me a thing. And we ended up settling on this Cobra saddle. This is their expandable two-panel saddle. And the bridge, the belt, everything comes in it. The loop strap, the leg straps, which I walk in with it closed like this, so it's just like a wide belt, a lineman's belt, from like if you ever work for a utility company. And once I get to the tree and got everything set up, I drop my leg loops and I open my saddle up. So it opens up here, but that's not it. I can climb there typically, but after I get up in the tree, I'm a sitter. I don't lean back too often. I will every now and again, especially if I start getting sleepy, I'll stand up and kind of just let my legs do its thing. But this saddle actually opens up that wide. So when I have this saddle on and I'm sitting down, it literally covers my hamstrings. So I'm sitting in the tree with knee pads on, completely just comfortable. No hip pinch, no hip pinch, no anything. I haven't sat in another saddle, but I can tell you right now, I won't. And that's just the end of the story. This saddle has been so good to me, and I sat 12 hours. I sat 2-a-days, 5 or 6 hours a piece, a lot last year. And I sat 12 hours a couple times in this thing, and absolutely zilch zero, no problem at all. So I love this saddle. The bags are just some Amazon dump pouches. They were like 10 bucks from Amazon. It just kind of is what it is with those. Let's see. Let me get over to this clip-on because I said that my boys will be hunting with me some this year. So this clip-on is just an XOP. I don't even know what series it is. I got it used, and it's too tall for them as far as like the seat height. So the little legs dangle, which means I had to carry a phone block with me 9 out of 10 times in the bottom of my book bag, so their legs won't go to sleep sitting on this thing. But it's just an XOP. I'll take it up, clip it on the tree as I'm going up. Well, after I get set up, clip it on the tree beside me, and they can just kind of hang out with Daddy while they're in the tree. So there's that one. Let me see what else I have to go over. This is my bag this year. I went with the Kuiu. I think it's the Venture 3000. The Venture Divide 3000. The bag I had last year was great. It had plenty of space in it, but it was more of a balloon bag. It was Redhead or something. I still have it, and it's a great bag. It's really quiet, but it was more of a balloon bag, and it was just kind of fat. And I wanted something that was a little bit more narrow, a little bit more compact, but had as much, if not more, room in it. So that's what I went with, and this is the Kuiu Venture 3000. And let me tell you, I went to the beach this year, just a couple months back, and I packed every single item that I needed into this pack. That is how much room is in this thing. So this is the neck of it here. And so you can see it's 2 foot tall, plus it unbuckles and it slides out. You can access it from the side to get your big winter jacket out when the temperature starts to drop or whatever the case may be. Plenty of storage everywhere. I'll probably lose some things in here. That's typical of me. So, yep, this is the bag. And for doing things that I probably shouldn't do, like cutting little limbs out of the way whenever I'm on government property, which I do hunt some property that's not wildlife management or Corps. I do carry this Benchmade fixed blade. It is really, really nice. I do have a Gerber as well that I carry, and I favor the Gerber a little bit more. It doesn't hold an edge quite as well, but it's got more weight to it, so I can really oof. And as far as if I need to, just a little small knick-knack stuff, I always keep another pocket knife in my pocket, always. So I have this one, and I also have a Swiss Army knife, which is really, really, really nice as well. It doesn't retain the blade edge quite as well as the Benchmade either, but this is one of my everyday carries. I like to carry this one on the weekend, and I'll carry that Swiss one during the week because I use a knife a lot throughout the day. I think that right there is pretty much it. Other than camo, I have a whole mixture of camo. As you can see, I like to trigger people wearing Kuiu and Sitka together because typically Sitka people are Sitka guys and Kuiu guys are Kuiu guys, and they don't intertwine. And so I just intentionally throw on one of each. Solomon boots, nothing fancy. They come from the Sierra. I'm pretty just like get through it. It seems like I'm probably bougie, but I'm not, I swear. And I also didn't give a shout out to threads. These are thread strings. As soon as I purchased the bow, I went ahead and got the strings on the way. I have had to replace them because this thing derailed. So there was that, but either ways, the max strings, I just wasn't going to risk it. I didn't even want to deal with it. And I'm fortunate enough to be able to do all of my own bow work at home. So anytime it's a string change or anything like that, I get to do it at home now. I don't allow too many people to touch my stuff anymore. And that is about it. So I'm going to go ahead and get some more shots in, some more shooting. Like I said, I just came down out of the tree and we shot 33 yards today. I'm going to make a little short about that, so yeah, it'll be on my page as well. But if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit like and subscribe and share this video with your friends, whatever you got to do, man. I'm not an influencer. I'm just a real life dad who enjoys outdoors, and that includes cycling, running, strength training, functional fitness, and most definitely, hunting, and mostly whitetail hunting. But after deer season, I'll probably do some hog hunting too. I just don't want to do it in the middle of the summer. Jesus. For years, I chased hogs. I run dogs on hogs and did all knife kills for quite a few years back in the early 2000s. And I will just tell you, I'm over it. I'm completely over it. Yeah, I'm done. It is what it is. But I might do a couple sits on some feed and knock out some for my cousin down there on his property, just for kicks and giggles, and give the meat away. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna do some shooting now, so I'll add those clips in. Y'all have a great day. Don't forget, hit like, share, subscribe. And there's going to be some other stuff coming in a few months that you're probably going to want to see as well. I can't really say much about it right now, but it's going to be some really good content coming. It's a completely different angle, but I just can't get into it right yet. Y'all have a great day. All right, we're sitting at 52 yards, so let's sling a few down that lane. Yards, let's sling a few down the lane. I almost forgot to move my sight. Right in the pump station, looked like. That one was definitely right down the line into the heart. Let's see. A little bit high. Still in the lung. Heart. And you may notice I'm shooting two different lengths of arrows. They are 9 grains different. Some of them's my newer arrows, some of them's my old arrows, so it just is one of those things. They don't fly that much different, like not even noticeable downrange. Which you'll see with this group in here just a second. They're all Victory TKOs. Well, some of them are HLRs. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go see about it. Yeah. This is my little go-to spot. It's a park. Like I said earlier in the video, I think that might have been the other video. The crackheads, they frequent this place. Meth heads, crackheads, whatever. But I mean, it just is what it is. They don't scare me. It ain't that big of a deal. But I hadn't seen not a single one today. So the dope must not be too good right now. He's snoozing. Yeah, I pulled that one and it's a bit high, but it'll be okay. All in all, it's not too bad. I mean, I'm not shooting for a tight group because, well, I'm tired of losing arrows. I just want to make sure everything's in the kill zone and just draw and shoot, draw and shoot, draw and shoot. All right, we're gonna move it into 34, and we're just gonna shoot another group right here real quick. Then I might have a special treat for y'all. Bow is a little bit hot. Turn that down 2 yards. One more. Let's go check that out. Realistically, I don't know if I have a place set up in the woods that is quite this far, 34. I think 27 and under is where most of my spots are at. And 27 is pretty much eyes closed. So this is 34. 3 shots. Yeah. Safe to say we're gonna be all right. And that's what I was talking about. They all fly the same. That's a 250 TKO, and both of these are HLRs in 200 spine. So I was gonna retune the bow and all this other mess to the HLRs, and I was like, you know what? Let's just see how they shoot. So I shot them through paper, and they bullet hole. Shot the TKOs back through paper to make sure the bow was still tuned to them. They bullet hole, and I said, well, let's just see what happens. 9 grains different. On out at 80 yards or so is where you can tell a little bit of difference. The lighter arrow definitely hits a little bit higher. But other than that, that goes along with all that stuff I was talking about. Everything's got to be perfect, this, that, and the other. It's a bunch of hogwash. Don't listen to everything you hear. It is definitely high. It's in the top of the lung, but that's what I was saying. My sight, the sight tape is a little bit hot. So, I mean, the bow is running a little bit hot, so I got some playing to do with the tape. But for hunting season right now, it's fine. 50 yards, I'm good. We're good to go. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this. Figured I'd give y'all a little picture at the last two. So that one was high, and this one was a little high too. So we got some sight tape work to do, but we can worry about that after hunting season. I got my SX80 and a Revoltex 80 that I can shoot any other time. Yeah.